What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian here with a different kind of deck profile for you. So, in talking with some of the people at locals, thought about doing maybe some just cool little casual profiles for you. And this is one that I've recently picked up. This is a Stardust deck that I've picked up. I've yet to actually try it out, still working it out, and with some of the new support that's coming out, really hoping to pick some of that up. But in the meantime, let's show you the profile that I have on hand. First in the main deck, start out with some of the Stardust engine. We play 3 Stardust Synchrons, 2 Stardust Trails, 2 Converging Wheels, and then 1 Stardust Shalong. So it's really great at facilitating. Yeah, Stardust Synchron and Trail are your main cards that you want in the graveyard. So Synchron, tribute a monster you control, special summon it out, trigger off its own effect, and then Trail in the grave. Trail will special summon itself. Synchron will get you a Stardust spell or trap. So really good there. And then Converging Wills, if it's drawn, you can special summon it. If you control level 8 or higher Synchro monster, Dragon Synchro monster. And then it'll also let you special out the Stardust Shalong as well. So that's the little Stardust. Next, we play some other just synchro engines, kind of to feel like you say. So we play 2 Junk Converter. This initially would be 3. I am missing one, or I haven't picked up a 3rd copy yet. But just know that if you are to play, 3 is pretty standard. We'll go triple Junk Synchron as well. Then we play double Doppel Warrior, double Caligo Claw Crow, 1 Carrier, 1 Jet Synchron, 1 Fleur Synchron, and 1 Satellite Synchron. So just a lot of tuners and non-tuners to just really synchro climb. That's what this deck really is meant for. Doppel Warrior for tokens, Junk Converter research, you got Junk Synchron, Caligo Crow, if you've got a Dark Monster, it's a free special summon. Get Synchron Carry gets you another normal summon. Jet Synchron lets you search out a junk. Fleur Synchron will special out a level 2 or lower monster from your hand. And Satellite Synchron, if you got a Stardust or a Synchro monster that mentions Warrior Synchron or Stardust in its name, or on the field engraved, you can make this card's level become 4. So it's really great at just facilitating just synchro climbing. And then for our last bit of monster, we play triple Ascatator Dawnwalker and then 1 Fire Ant Ascator. This is just a 1 card, it's a 2 card, get your Stardust Dragon really quickly if you're wanting to get into Stardust or any other level 8s. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, we play 1 Arrive in Light and 2 Stardust Illuminations. You really only need 1 Arrive in Light. The Stardust Illuminations just come up in handy when you need to send some of the Stardust stuff to the grave. Rounding out the spells, we do play triple Synchro Overtake. This gets you into your Junk Synchron a little bit faster, along with tuning. We get you as well into your Junk Synchron. Then we play triple Living Fossil, just to kind of get monsters back from your graveyard, to use a Synchro material again. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Rhoda, and that's it for the spells. And then we play 1 final card, which is Stardust Wish. So I like Stardust Wish. People play Majestic Mirage, and I thought I had picked up Majestic Mirage, but apparently got Stardust Wish. So we'll play with it as it is. Pretty much, if a Stardust Synchro monster is tributed to activate its own effect, can target it, special summon it back. Really good, really nice, so you can use its effect again, as long as it doesn't say it once per turn, which most of the Stardust stuff doesn't. Majestic Mirage has a similar effect, but it gives you 2 other options, so you're not only using just the one. So that's it for the main board. For the extra deck, again, this is just synchro climbing, so we play 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Cupid Pitch, 1 Junk Speeder, which is your main synchro for this to really combo off, 1 Excel Synchron, 1 Junk Warrior, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior, the 1 Power Tool, This gets you into the Living Fossil, 1 Crystal Wing, 2 Stardust Dragons. This can be changed down to 1 if you're wanting to play other synchro cards in place. You play the 1 Majestic Star, 1 Shooting Star, 1 Stardust Warrior, 1 Stardust Chronicle Spark, and then the last is the 1 Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. So the Synchro 10s are pretty negotiable as to what you want to play. I just kind of play these 3 as they're just pretty cool, to be honest. This card must be Synchro Summoned, but you can banish 1 Synchro from your grave, and then this card is unaffected by other card effects for the rest of this turn, which is pretty neat for casual play. The Stardust Warrior, during either player's turn, if your opponent would special summon, you contribute this card and negate the summon, and if you do, destroy the monster. Then if this effect is activated this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. And since it's a Stardust, it will also work for the Stardust Wish. And then Shooting Star, I thought was pretty neat, just as a combo closer. You can reveal top 5, shuffle them back in, and this card's maximum number of attacks is equal to the number of tuners revealed. So sitting at 33, and if you're able to clear the board, or this card can even clear the board, it's really great. You can also use a negate of a monster that would destroy a card on the field. As well, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can select it or target it, then remove this card from play, negate the attack. Then you can special it back. Majestic is really only to get into the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, but I mean Majestic on its own is also pretty good. You contribute this card to negate the activation of opponent's spell card, trap card, or effect that would destroy all cards, or affect monster's effect, and destroy all cards your opponent controls. So, really neat there. We all know Stardust, Crystal Wing, pretty neat. Like I said, Power Tools really get you your Living Fossil. Stardust Charge to draw. Junk Warrior is mainly in here so we can use Synchro Overtake. The Excel Synchron is really neat. I used to play a Clear Wing and the Clear Crystal Wing Dragon combo. The Excel Synchron lowering itself to 3 and then use Clear Wing in this to go into it. But honestly, this can be used to go really into any of the other Synchro 10s that require a non-tuner or a tuner Synchro monster, which some of these do, which most of them actually do require. Like I said, Junk Speeder really gets you into your combos, and thankfully with an extra monster zone up here, you can just facilitate 5 on board. Cupid Pitch, I thought was just a niche interaction, formula and another level 2 to go into Cupid. You get a draw for this. Cupid can either raise itself or lower itself. So just kind of combo it as an extenders. But yeah, let's just jump right into a test stand and see what it looks like. All right, so here's our starting 5. We draw Ascator, Tuning, Living Fossil, Stardust Shalong, and Junk Synchron. So honestly, not the best, but first we can just start out by tuning, add 1 Synchron tuner monster. So in this case, let's add, well, I guess we're not limited to level, so we'll go ahead and add the Stardust Synchron, let our opponent cut, send the top card, which we send Monster Reborn, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Then we'll activate the Ascator, we'll discard, special, and get ourselves a Fire Ant. We use these 2 to go into our lovely Stardust Dragon. And then here, go ahead and just normal summon the Stardust Shalong, contribute it, special out the Synchron, go ahead and activate Synchron, Stardust Illumination to our hand. Then we'll go ahead and activate the Stardust Illumination. And since we control Stardust Dragon and special summon rather than sending it to grave, so we'll go ahead and special out the Stardust Trail. Then here we'll synchro these 2 off. The trail will be banished, and we'll special out another Stardust Dragon. So we can activate Trail, which will give us a token. I'll just use this Crystal Beast token here, making a level 1 Stardust token, slight, level 1, attack and defense 0. And we can also activate the Stardust Shalong as a chain link 2, special summon itself in attack position, from the graveyard. Go ahead and activate the illumination in our graveyard, which we can either reduce or increase the level of a Stardust monster on our field. And we'll go ahead and target our Stardust Dragon, and we will decrease its level. Then here we'll go ahead and activate Living Fossil, equip the Fire Ant Ascator, and we'll use our token here with the Ascator to go into a Cupid Pitch, and we'll activate Pitch to either increase or decrease its level by the tuner, decrease it by 3, so putting it at a level 1. So we got 1, 7, 1, 8. Fortunately, we can go into Crystal Wing just to kind of pause on that, or if you're wanting to take a risk, you can use the Cupid Pitch and the Stardust Shalong for Synchron. Trigger off Pitch, and then in response we'll go ahead and activate Synchron. Pitch will burn our opponent we'll burn him for 200, and we'll draw 1 off of Synchron, which we draw into an Ascator Dawnwalker, which is kind of unfortunate. But we can just pause it right there. Or you know what, we'll go ahead and can leave it right there, because then on the opponent's turn we can use Formula, synchro these 2 off, and you can either go into Shooting Star, the Stardust Warrior, or the Stardust Chronicle. Whichever one you feel is appropriate for the situation. I would probably go the Shooting Star and just kind of sit like that. Yeah, this is it's a little bit in the works, but it's fun nonetheless. If you're wanting something fun to pick up, play with friends, just be casual. You know, there are tons of decks out there that you can choose, and I do have tons that I am hoping to show you guys here in the future. So if you like content like this, or if you're just wanting to see more casual play, please like, subscribe. We are working on getting some more casual content on this channel, so stay tuned.